Hey everyone, thanks for joining me on our YouTube channel, Flippin' Hippos. I'm Star. If you're new here or you haven't already, please consider subscribing to the channel. Help us feed all of our hungry hippos. And don't forget to hit the thumbs up while you're listening along today. Today we're going to talk about using Pinterest for your reselling business. Now, there's several reasons why you would want to use Pinterest for your reselling business. One, Pinterest gets a lot of hits on Google. When folks are on Google searching for items, almost always, every time, a search will come up with pins from Pinterest, whether you're looking for recipes, floral arrangements, a specific Build-A-Bear, women's Miss Me jeans, a specific Disney plush, whether you're looking for a car, a Baby Yoda meme, a Star Wars movie. Pinterest has a huge presence on Google. By having your items and your eBay listings and your Poshmark listings, we'll get into that, on Pinterest, you are maximizing your potential for your items to show up in the Google searches. Anywhere and everywhere that you have your items increases your chances for you to show up in a Google search. And that's what you ideally want. They say on eBay, if you use white backgrounds, it'll help you show up on Google search. Poshmark listings show up there. Macari listings show up there. If you are a user of List Perfectly, part of your subscription for free is the listing party, where you can put all of your listings into their listing party database. That increases your chances for the Google bots to crawl you and put you in the search. Anywhere and everywhere you can put your items, Twitter, Instagram, everywhere increases your chances for your items to show up on Google. It's super important to have your items on Google search because not everyone in the world goes to eBay to shop. Some people just Google stuff. In fact, we had a sale on Kitizen, of all places, last month, where a woman had reached out and sent us a message on a sweater and said, "Is this a woman's sweater? Pardon my confusion. I found this on Google and it led me to Kitizen," which sounds like a kid's site. And I assured her that you can sell women's clothing on there, and it was a woman's sweater, and she purchased it. So even Kitizen can get you more exposure. It's super important to put all the things in all the places, as many places as you can, because the bigger your net is, the more likely you're to catch fish, right? That's why I always stress the importance of cross-posting, but that doesn't just include selling platforms. Using social media to your advantage to help you sell items, get in front of more people, be seen by more eyeballs is incredibly important. We're going to focus on Pinterest in this video, and then I'll go into some other social media platforms and upcoming videos on the channel. First and foremost, you need a Pinterest, so you got to create a Pinterest. Now you have to think about your branding. There's two types of branding for resellers. There's your reseller branding persona accounts that are geared towards other resellers, towards those of us in the community that would benefit from haul videos, thrifting videos, or posts on Instagram or the reels, the tips and tricks, and just all things that are reseller related. And that's that audience, and that's who those items are geared towards and those posts, which is completely different from the audience you want to sell to. You don't necessarily want your buyers to go on your YouTube or your Instagram and find out that that $80 pair of mousy jeans or $100 pair of mousy jeans cost you $1, right? You don't really want that. And you're not trying to really sell your items to other resellers. So branding, you want to have a reseller community name, and that can just be yourself. If you're not planning on doing a YouTube, it's still super important, I think, to be on Facebook, on Instagram, and have a name that people know you by, and you can benefit from learning and helping others within the reselling community. And then you have your store name. That brand should be the same across everything. I cannot stress how important branding is for your business. So a real life example, all of our stores are called the HIPPO Hut. eBay, Poshmark, Mercari, Grailed, Kitizen, Shopify, everywhere is the HIPPO Hut. And so on Pinterest, for my business, for my items to sell them, I have the HIPPO Hut. And I have two separate Instagram accounts. I have one called the HIPPO Hut. That's for selling. And then my reselling persona, my reselling brand, so to speak, is Flippin Hippos. So my Instagram that's Flippin Hippos is for the reselling community. That's where I share everything reselling and thrifting. I have a reselling group called Flippin Hippos on Facebook. So I keep those two entities separate. I have the Flippin Hippos and I have the HIPPO Hut because they're different audiences. And I'm going to be sharing different information and different types of posts and just different types of information. You want to make sure you have a business account on Pinterest. And you can do that very simply. Once you create a Pinterest account, which is really easy to set up, I have one of my old personal accounts here from when I used to be a blogger to show you. If you're on your Pinterest, after you've created it, you just go over here to the arrow by your profile here and click it. And if you go down under add account, convert to business. And you can have a reselling account and a business account, just like with Instagram, and manage all your accounts in one place. You can see here, I can manage the HIPPO Hut here as well. When I go to my HIPPO Hut profile, it looks like this. My link here is to Poshmark. The reason I did that is because all of these links down here, these pins, will all go back to my eBay store. So I put my Poshmark link up here. Because again, it's that mindset of get all the things in all the places, right? So if I can't catch someone with a pin to get them to look at my eBay store, maybe I'll catch them up here on this link and they'll go to my Poshmark closet and I can make a sale that way. I only have 4 followers. Go me, I'm big time. That's okay. Poshmark, Pinterest, excuse me. Pinterest is kind of similar to Instagram for business and selling. You don't really need a whole ton of followers. If you have great pictures and great hashtags, that's super important. You can get your items seen. So when I go over to the saved tab, you see here where I'm hovering above my pictures, created and saved. The created is going to show you every pin you've ever made. When you go to saved, it shows you your boards. If you're not familiar with Instagram, you create different boards with different themes, and then you can pin stuff in there. If you have a personal account and you've ever used Pinterest, you may have a board that's recipes, a board that's patterns if you're a sewer, etc. For business, I'm creating different boards for different types of items we sell. So you can see Build-A-Bear, women's jeans, Disney plush, Gans Webkins, vintage plush toys, men's jeans, men's Hawaiian shirts. And I'll add more. I haven't been using Pinterest for our reselling business for very long. About a month. And I'm adding maybe 5 pins a day, every day. So it'll grow slowly over time. But now that I got the hang of it and I got it to where it's in my routine and I'm doing 5 a day every day, I wanted to make this video to share with you guys. So you can click on each board and you can create yourself some to-dos. I mean, Pinterest is really cool. There's a lot you can do. I can organize my pins so I can move them around. You can see I pinned my eBay coupon here. So this is straight from my eBay store. It's my eBay coupon. Maybe someone will stumble on this pen and see that they can get 10% off and they'll go shopping. Every little bit counts, I feel like. when you're a reseller. You can get more ideas and you can see what you've pinned. And then each of my pins will open and basically go to a listing on my eBay store. You'll see a visit site button, and then if folks hover over the picture as well, there will be a link they can click and it will take them right to the listing. Now you can have the links go right to your listing, a specific listing. You can have them go directly to a specific category in your eBay store, like so. Pretty cool, right? Or you can just have it go to the front of your store. I don't have any links going to the front of my store, and I'm kind of decided based on what we're selling, whether I'm doing an individual link or to a category. I feel like women's jeans, they're probably not looking for such a specific pair of jeans, that having it go to the category, they might browse and shop more. But when a collector or someone looking for a specific plush to replace a child's lost toy is looking at a specific pin of a specific plush, they probably want to go right to that listing. But on some of the more unpopular plush, I may have it just go to our plush category. It's going to kind of be arbitrary how I choose what I do. The thing about Pinterest pins, though, they are like forever until you delete them. So if I had a pin that took you straight to this little bug, he's a peeking zoom, by the way, and he had sold, I may have lost a customer. So I have to think about that when I choose what I'm doing. In my mind, if you're looking for a specific plush, you want to go to that specific plush and not the whole category. But these are forever unless I go back in and delete them when they sell. So having something that goes to a category or straight to your store might be more beneficial, because someone could happen upon your pin months, years later and be interested and click on that link and be taken to a category in your store, or just generally to the front of your store, and start browsing and do some impulse buying. So keep all that in mind when you make your choice. So how do I get my links and my pins over here? Well, I do it directly on eBay. It's super easy. If you're in the Seller Hub and you hover on the store at the top where it says social, you want to click that. And then here you can link some social accounts. You can link your Pinterest, your Facebook, your Instagram, and your Twitter. I haven't linked any of these other socials yet. I don't really have a Facebook for the Hippo Hut. I have one for Flippin' Hippos. Back to that discussion of the branding for the reseller community and the branding for the business. We may eventually create one, possibly. I'm building a lot of new stuff for our social media and like rebranding and redoing our YouTube right now. Instagram, I actually use lists perfectly to cross post to Instagram, so I don't really need eBay to do that for me. And Twitter's a long story. I've actually been banned off of Twitter, and I've never really bothered to investigate or go too far into how to get back on. Back in 2018, I didn't do anything that bad. Back in 2018, I linked our Poshmark closet to my Twitters. And every time we were creating a new listing in our Poshmark closet, it was being tweeted out as a tweet on Twitter. And we got banned off of Twitter for spam, basically for spamming. Because when we first started cross-posting to Poshmark in 2018, we were moving like 50 to 100 items a day using lists perfectly. And we were then tweeting out 50 to 100 items a day. And so Twitter was like, no, you're out of here. And I tried to get back on once or twice, and it looked like it was going to be a pain in the ass, to be honest. And I was like, I don't know that I care about having a Twitter for our social media so much. But now I'm wondering if I should. I don't know. But you can link any of your social media accounts you want to here. do what you want. I mean, again, as many places as you put your stuff, the more chances you have of your stuff being seen and therefore purchased, right? But right now I just have our Pinterest. So what I do is I go to create post up here. It's all blue at the top. You click that and then you choose. So if you had linked more than just Pinterest, if you had other social media linked, you would be able to have a drop down menu here where you would choose, where am I posting this to? I'm going to choose Pinterest for the purpose of this tutorial. Then I choose the board I want it to go to. Well, let's do some more Disney Plush. And this is where I choose. Do I want it to link to a single listing, to a category, to my store, or to a promotion? That's exciting. So if I choose single listing, any listing I choose will be those pins that I've showed you that go to a specific animal when you click the link. Correct? Yes. So if I chose category, it's now going to ask me what category I want to go back to. And when I'm working on jeans, that's what I pick, women's jeans. Or you can pick to your store. It's just going to go to the front of your store. Or you can click a specific promotion. So these are the current sales that we are running right now. We have a 20% off store-wide. And then we have some BOGOs on plush and ties. This is our bundle discount kind of that I set up in our sales. And then we have a coupon. So if I wanted to send people to specific sales, let's say I created a board for ties. Well, I may want all my tie pins to go to a page in my eBay store that's going to show my BOGO tie sale. So when you link it to a promotion, it takes them to a page in your store that has just that sale. I wonder if I can show you what I mean. Yes. So this extra 10% off with code HIPPO, if I linked a pin just to this coupon here, when they click that pin, the link in the pin, it's going to take them to our HIPPO store here, and everything that's under the coupon will show up. So if I picked my tie sale, whatever you have linked to that sale, that makes sense. Since I said I'm going to do a Disney Plush, I'm going to do a single listing. And then you can come down here and you can do a search. You can search for anything in this search box that you're looking for to post. This guy's new. So what I usually do, just for my own sanity, I will copy the title real quick before I push the button next to the plush or the item that I'm choosing and click next, and I'll show you why. It's going to give you some suggested hashtags. They're not always that great. They're not always that extensive. And as I said at the beginning of this video, hashtags are everything. With really great hashtags, you don't need followers. People will find you. And with really good boards, you want to name your boards cool stuff that attracts people, and make sure that on each board that you have a good front picture here, and you can change that when you edit this. So, and you can even give your board a description. You can make it secret. I don't know why you would. You can personalize it. You can delete it. I mean, Pinterest is so cool. Like, I'm still learning every day and finding all you can do with that. So for this guy, eBay store. I don't really put eBay seller. I feel like that's a tag more for reseller community. You can use it if you want. This is Disney. This is Lady and the Tramp. I know that I'm going to want more keywords than this. So this is where I would paste my title in so I can just see what keywords I used in my title. With Plush, I don't always do that because I can clearly see who he is. He's Walt Disney, Disney Store. This is Tramp Scamp. It's a stuffed animal. Plush toy. And you always, always, always want to hashtag your own store name. And that's why branding is so important. Because if I'm hashtagging the Hippo Hut on Pinterest and Instagram, and that's my name on all my stores, it's very easy for people to remember and people to find. When I'm done adding the hashtags I want, I will delete the title. And then I click post. And you can view it when you're done. Isn't he cute? Just double check that he goes to the right place. There we go. And that is how you use eBay to post your listings to your social media, Pinterest specifically. I also wanted to share with you real quick. You're going to see over here a board called my Posh Closet. I do have my Posh synced in to my Pinterest. So after we had gotten kicked off of Twitter in 2018, I did create this Pinterest and called it the Hippo Hut, made it a business account, but I never really did anything with it above linking it to my Poshmark closet. So rather than spamming Twitter or other social media, now every time we create a new listing in Poshmark, it automatically syncs to our Pinterest, and these are the pins it creates. And I don't have to do any extra work other than link my Pinterest to my Poshmark, and I'm going to show you how. And this automatically happens whenever you create new listings. They show up in here. And I actually am very fond of the way these look. I like the Poshmark pins. I like how long they are and how they show these pictures. And they're very easy for people to see. So how you do that is go into your Posh Closet. At the top where you see your little icon, do the drop down menu, go to account settings. Then over on the left, you want to go down to sharing settings. Click on that. And this is where you connect your social media on Pinterest. Poshmark. Sorry. This is where you link your social media on Poshmark. Unlike eBay, though, anything you link to Poshmark is automatically going to put all new listings on those social media platforms. So you want to be careful because you don't want to spam or get kicked off Twitter the way I did. So this is where you link your Poshmark to your social media. And then on eBay, you go under store, on your seller hub, down to social. And then you'll have to create individual posts. If you're a List Perfectly user, you can use List Perfectly to crosspost to Instagram, and it will copy over a listing just like it would on any other selling platform. But it also keeps track in your catalog that those items are listed on Instagram. And when you mark an item sold, List Perfectly will delete that post for you on Instagram when an item sells. Pretty stinking cool. If you don't use List Perfectly, folks, try it out for a month at 30% off, code flippinhippos. It's amazing what you can do with List Perfectly above and beyond cross-posting. All right, I hope I've covered everything here with Pinterest. There's a lot more you can do with Pinterest. I just encourage you to get started. Create a Pinterest, make it a business account, link it to your Poshmark, link it to your eBay, and start making boards themed to what you sell. Make a board for every theme. In fact, once I'm done recording this, I'm going to make a Pearl Snap Western shirt board. Start moving our Western shirts over. And then just move a couple a day. You don't have to sit here for hours and dedicate a whole week and move your whole eBay store. Just do 2 to 5 a day. They're super fast to do. They're really easy to do. And you can just move a couple a day. Rome wasn't built in a day, folks, and you eat an elephant one bite at a time. So just dedicate some time in your day to just move a couple. If you have any more questions, comments, concerns, let me know in the comments. I do answer everyone. And also join our Facebook group, Flippin' Hippos Reseller Pod. Until next time, Go get your Pinterest set up, guys. Go be productive. Go make some money. And as always, thank you so much for watching. Y'all are the best. Bye.